Onegaishimasu. Hi, my name is Andy and welcome to my first YouTube video. This channel and this video is about me sharing my experiences and my journey of 17 years into Aikido. How I got into it, why I got into it, and ultimately, what do I think about it? Have I ever used it on the streets? Has it been an effective art for me? Especially so when I have dabbled into a few other arts such as BJJ, Muaythai, Kravmaga, Judo, Karate, amongst other arts, as well as weapons as well. So, before I answer the million-dollar question, does Aikido suck from the perspective of me? Well, I gotta tell you a little bit about myself first. So here's a little backstory. So I started Aikido, which was my first martial arts exposure, back in 2003. So I remember going to this martial art orientation, and Aikido was the first martial art I saw. And that was my sensei, my first Aikido sensei, who is now none other, a 7th-degree black belt. So he was doing all this beautiful blend, beautiful flow of throws. Nagewaza, Osai-waza, spinning techniques that look so graceful, so beautiful. All these vocations, bam, bam, bam. And I was just taken aback. It was the best thing I've ever seen. And then when I saw the judo team taking over the demonstration, no offense, I'm a judoka myself as well, but it wasn't done as gracefully, Kata-guruma. But it was different. And so then on that day I signed up for Aikido. And here I am. 17 years later, I'm still in Aikido, amongst other arts. So I got my Sho-dan, which is my first-degree black belt in Aikido in 2005. A little over 2 years, but yes, I know it's short. But I did train 6 days a week before that. And my understanding of Aikido originally was that it's graceful. It's supposed to respect your partners during training. So Aikido is a two-person training, a partnering system, where one is a nage, the one who throws or the one who pins. So he actually delivers the technique while receiving the attack, while uke is one who actually receives the technique and delivers the attack. So it's a two-way system. So the point of that is that you can always practice your art, you can always practice your movements, your pinning and your throws. So unfortunately, what I see in Aikido, or at least the modern day Aikido, is that things has been rather watered down. If you compare to footages from after the war, Aikido just got more beautiful when it's modernized, when it's systemized. And many times in school, I've been through several Aikido styles. Aikikai, of course, Nishio style.
At those times, you enter this way. You must enter like this.
Amongst others, which I shall not mention, but I've been through a few styles. And my takeaway is that if you train only in Aikido and you have never been exposed to any other arts, your strike techniques will ultimately be lacking. And that is one of the major flaws I see in Aikido. So back to the question of the video. Does Aikido suck? For me, for someone who has been in Aikido training for 17 years and also trained in other arts, if I see it from the perspective of a fighter, perspective of a modern day street fight, if the attacker is going to be someone who is not trained as a fighter, you might have a chance doing kotegaeshi, Shio-nage, Iri-nage, or even some of your other osai-wazas, your pinning techniques. But against a trained fighter, even a boxer who has been training for 3 months to 6 months, their footwork, the speed of the punch, the realism of the technique is really different from how we train in Aikido today. It's not that during my classes, my training, we have never used pressure testing. But the point is, most bouquets in Aikido does not have a background in striking arts. So we are always taught to punch, for example, ski. We're always taught to punch straight, and after that, and let the nage do his thing. It's not that it's wrong, but when you think about it, yes, you do that when you just start out, first cue. But when you're Sho-dan in the back, you're still doing that. Although we do resistance once in a while, but it's just different. When you strike a punch outside, you do a punch. You don't just punch and wait for someone to do something to you. You take it back, right? And you take it back. So the lack of realism in modern day Aikido training is, shall I say, very demoralizing. If you have been exposed to arts outside after Aikido, you will realize what we lack in Aikido. Which is not to say that the training of Aikido is wrong. At its very basic fundamentals, we are always trained to deliver attacks gently so the partner can actually execute and complete the technique. Which is done so that the partner can actually learn what is the proper way to do the technique. But the issue comes when you're more advanced, when you've done this technique 1,000 times. The attacker still attacks you in the same way. Thus, there is no realism in that sense. So that's what I find sorely lacking in Aikido, modern day Aikido training. When I'm doing BJJ, I'm doing even Muaythai. When you take the first hit to your face, to your head, you know what I mean.
Mad. Let it go. The kangaroo.
And that really gives you a wake-up call. Hey, there's something is lacking, there's something is missing. Although I still appreciate what I have gained from Aikido, but I also appreciate what cross-training has done for my Aikido. Cross-training has done to my sense of awareness. Even my distancing that I've learned from Aikido can be seen in many other arts, Muaythai, Karate, and the likes. So it's not that I diss Aikido totally. I think Aikido sucks when you bring it to the modern day fight, like MMA. I know everyone has been saying that. I know all of you would diss me for that. In my honest opinion, and as someone who has trained in several other arts all these years, I sincerely believe that Aikido should be taught in a different way. As you can see, I mean, Aikido techniques, pinning techniques, osai-waza, has been seen in so many different arts. Because ultimately, the technique works. But it's just how we are taught, how we trained for the techniques to work, that sets us apart from a lot of other martial arts. From my experience, having done BJJ for the first 3 months, after the third month, I already feel like I'm brave enough to take on someone else, not to take on, to defend myself effectively just after 3 months of BJJ training. But in Aikido, we always say the same thing. It takes years to be proficient in the art. Even so, I always feel that whenever I'm exposed to new arts outside of Aikido, I always see very clearly what we lack in Aikido. And yes, I think Aikido sucks in that sense, but that does not mean that we cannot change the way we train. I'm more on that, but at the end of the day, I'm still in Aikido, with Aikido, and still training other arts. And that does not mean that I'm giving up on Aikido just because of that. I believe Aikido has so much to offer. in more ways than one. And if you guys like this video, please comment down below what you want me to talk about, especially with my experience in other arts as well. And I mean, if you want to diss this video, go right ahead. Alright? Aikido is not this. Harmony. So I'm here to take your criticism so I can make the following videos better. So I think the saying is, please click subscribe, like, and hit the bell icon. Alright, thank you very much for joining me today. I hope to see all your comments and opinions on my very, very basic take on Aikido. Thank you very much. Warimasu!